Hi everybody, it's me, Julie, popping in today. We're day 46 of our 100-day Bible promises through the 100-day project, and today's is fabulous. It's one of my favorite, or it contains one of my favorite Psalms, Psalm 23, and the title is God Will Guide You, and I am grateful for all the guidance I get in my life. God is so good. He shows you the path, but you just open your eyes and look, and I love that. And one of the things I think is a great symbol for that is butterfly. So I've decided here to just make a large butterfly on my page. I'm going to kind of do a traditional technique from kindergarten where you draw your item on a folded page, and when you cut it out, you've got two sides of the same thing. It took me a hot minute to get the shape I wanted, but I kind of finally figured it out, drew it, and now I'm cutting it out, as you can see there. Look at that, it's perfect. I'm so happy with that butterfly shape, better than I thought. And I decided I would use fabrics to create kind of a patchwork looking butterfly, different fabric on each wing. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to use this heavy duty glue stick here and just glue the fabric on, pressing it down. I've decided I'm going to use parchment paper to not mess up the page underneath like I normally would. So I'm just gluing it on, and then I'm going to cut around it instead of trying to trace and create pieces to go on first. I love that fabric. I think it's from the Flower Power line from Moda. And then I've got this little red and white stripe, but it's just not big enough, so he's hidden away. And I'll hit it with this white polka dot red fabric, because you know I love the polka dots in all things. And while it is definitely not a match, I mean, it's super fun. I love just mixing and having eclectic patterns and textures, bright colors. It just makes me so happy. Look how cute that is. And then I've got this gorgeous blue floral one here, so he gets the top wing over there. For some reason it takes me a minute to situate this guy. I can't quite figure out the best angle for the fabric, but eventually I just put it down and keep moving forward. Just trimming it off, trimming around my pattern of my butterfly, and I'm just gonna use this as the base and glue the whole thing in when it gets done. And then I've got this pink florally one here, and we're going to finish off our butterfly. I did grab a piece of lace as well. I think it might go for the body, but I end up not using it anyway. So it's just these 4 patterns of fabric just to create this fun little butterfly, carefree butterfly. And so butterflies symbolize freedom and joy in life, and I think they're a beautiful symbol for a guide for where God wants you to go. So I decided at this point he needs some sort of border. I pull out this black circle. It's just not big enough, so I'm going to grab some black paper and then just glue him on and trim him out all the way around. And since I'm debating right now about his antenna, I'm going to try to cut some out. I cut around the black border and incorporate cutting some antenna out of the black paper as well. So let's see how that goes. First one managed not too bad. The second one takes me a little bit longer because the angle that it's at, and I'm right-handed, it kind of needed a left-handed person to kind of get the swirl right. But I can manage once I've cut it off from the big piece of paper. Looking pretty good. It gets a little close there. It's a little thin, but that's okay. When we glue it down, you won't even know that it was a struggle at all. I decided to leave the music paper for his body, and I really like the way that it provides that visual texture with just the words of the music running vertically. I think it looks pretty good. And just putting a little glue all over the back of him and on the antenna, and then just pressing him in to the paper. He looks pretty sweet right there. If I make another one, I think I might sew him together next time. I think I could sew him through the paper. That's okay. I've got this punch out of some hearts in this blue gingham and this little piece scrap of lace. So I decided that's going to be my page tab. I'm just, and then I'm going to go in hard with some Heidi Swap Gold Shine. Right, and just decorate around the page. Can't go wrong with a good gold splatter. Right, so I just glued the scrap of lace and my heart piece, and I'm just stapling on there with my tiny attacher. I've got this green polka dot I'm just going to glue down as a little bit of a border or interest right there, and I also have another piece of that blue plaid where those hearts were punched out of, and another little extra piece up there. And then I've got a piece of red and white polka dot as well that I'm going to put at the bottom of the page. I kind of get a gluey mess going over there. My fingers are sticking to the page, and I happen to have a little scrap of sewing pattern paper that I think is just a lovely little addition to that corner, just to cover up some of that glue and just make some more visual interest going on. And I think it turned out really well. I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great week. Bye.